EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. And thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two teams that rely on those explosives coming in the passing game, and the direct ability to score points. At the end of the day, this is who can score the most points. And if you want to score points today, it's going to become by throwing the ball deep downfield as often as you can.
The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from just outside our nation's capital. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jayden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Austin Seibert now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There was a lot of questions surrounding Jordan Love. Was he the long-term answer in Green Bay following in the footsteps of the legendary Aaron Rodgers? And I think last year in his first season as a full-time starter, he certainly quieted a lot of those questions. He spent time early in his career watching from the sideline, and he wasted no time showing he's one of the top young quarterbacks in the entire league.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Love quickly out to Watson. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. And he will get into the end zone. Romeo Doubs. Touchdown, Packers.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. To the air again is Daniels. This one complete right side. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Well, they hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing again, Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. It's Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Seibert's extra point is true, and the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Love. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. From the gun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the 1st down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case,
This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders offense heading out for their next possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
Mike, I can tell you firsthand, when you take the field on your opponent's side of the 50, there's a lot of optimism and hope that this is going to be a touchdown scoring drive. So nice job here by the defense, holding strong and defending this short field.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Packers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. To throw is Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Back to throw is Love. That's Dobbs open left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Now Love. That one complete to Watson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Love. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Here's Seibert now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 21-7 lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now Love. The right side. Catch made by Dobbs.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Dobbs headed in motion. We'll go play action with Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
This one up top for Dobbs. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. A throw on the move is caught.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This a 31-yard attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders offense and Terry McLaurin heading out onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Daniels. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. On play action, Love. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 2. Now, faking the give. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And that's going to be enough for a first down, taking this to the 34.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Love to throw it on first down. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A quick slant, looked in by Watson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal. From the gun, it's Love. He pulls it in around the 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. And he will score! Game on! Josh Jacobs, touchdown Green Bay. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Another run here for Robinson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. It is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll try to run for it. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. The Commanders about to send this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. This is 1st and 10. Here's Love. To the sideline. He's got Watson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd down. To throw is Love. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
That one on target to Watson. And he will go all the way. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Big play coming up for the Pack as they're going to go for 2. We're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Quickly to the outside and complete. Now, 2nd and 4. To throw is Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down. Throwing again, Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
Robinson. Whoa! And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. We'll see how they want to play this. It's third down. 3rd and a yard. It's Daniels. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. So a big spot for Austin Seibert. This to force overtime. Packers going to use their final timeout now. So a big spot for Austin Seibert. This one he's got to have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. They'll go with Jacobs. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's a designed run. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Robinson, working his way for a short pickup to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels. Look wide, get this one complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And now a big mistake here. Opening kickoff of overtime goes out of bounds, so the first drive will begin at the 40. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now a first throw here in overtime. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Love to throw. There's that man again, another catch. And he gets this up close to the first down, mark him at the 32.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
Hats off to the interior of this defensive line. Look at the penetration they're able to get up front, Mike, to defeat their blocks. And 3rd and an inch, they knew that run was coming, and boy, were they ready.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Olamide Zaccheaus deep to return. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. McDaniel's going to keep this himself. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. A short gain there to about the 22. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Love. This one up top for Dobbs. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This one to win it in overtime. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's gotta have. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This from 34 yards. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here in OT. And the final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.